bother me again, I'm going to go full rampage mode and start screaming at them. Because they bother me every single time I'm streaming, even when I tell them not to bother me, and they don't care. All they care about is themselves. We're streaming again because somebody bothered me and screamed my name. Hopefully nobody in the chat heard that. I deleted that bot very quickly. I'm in VC with Flare. I'm waiting for the man to wake up. Yeah, we haven't played Power Wash in a while. I've been wanting to play it again, but I haven't because, you know, things happen. Which one's jump again? That's crouch. That's jump. I'm trying to relearn the controls. I'm too dumb to even do so. I don't want to fall off the ledge. Am I even streaming? Oh my gosh, my internet is so trash. Yes, I'm live. Good. Sometimes I hate my internet. I should mention this. The reason I get so angry with my siblings when they say my name while streaming is because I don't want to say much because then people will be concerned, but there's no need for you to be concerned because I'm an adult now, but I'm still keeping it safe. I've been in hiding for years. I'm not saying from who, but, you know, I keep my identity a secret because I don't take chances. So yeah, childhood messed up. I just keep my identity a secret. That's why I get so upset and start yelling at my siblings when they like reveal my identity on stream because you know I like my life being private and I like my family to be safe. And then after this, we should. I know I sound like a jackass saying that, but it's the truth. And yeah. I've actually been watching Instagram lately. I've been getting all these like 2000s and 2010s nostalgia videos. Damn, does it hurt? Because my childhood was number one, kind of messed up, but number two, very fun. I miss the simpler times. Things I miss the most is Toys R Us. Uh, I know they're starting to reopen here, but you know, I miss being a kid sometimes. But there were a lot of elements of my childhood that no longer exist. So after that certain outbreak that happened in 2019, a few places closed down that I can no longer enjoy. One of those places was Boston Market. So we had a Boston Market, like a few miles from here. I loved Boston Market as a kid, and now it's gone because they couldn't make it because they were a pretty small company in the area, but a lot of people went. But during 2019, they just couldn't keep up with the money shortage, and then just bye bye. I'm not going to say where I grew up, but I will describe it. So, as a kid, like during my first 4 years of being alive, I did not have a house. That may shock some people, but I did not have a house during my first 4 years of being alive. I lived in an apartment. 2 apartments, actually. An apartment and a condo. So, and this is from what I recall and remember, because I was very young at the time, obviously. I'm 21 now, going on to 22, so bear with me. So this was I was born in '04, so most of the things I recall are from '07. So where I grew up, well, for the first 4 years, it was like in this small part of Florida. Yes, I am a Florida man, born and raised. We had a certain park there. Now, it was a 3-area park. So there was this park with a giant train playground, which sounds weird already. And then they had like a older kids area, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. And then they had this water park. So I went there a lot as a kid. I have very few memories of it, like very vague. One of the memories I have is like playing in the playground and like sitting on a bench near a butterfly garden. I'm pretty sure that it was at that park. I'm not sure at all. But then there was this ice cream place. not saying the name of it. You can figure it out for yourself. They have like 3 flavors of ice cream, which sounds very dull, but they have mint, chocolate, and orange. Now, orange is a very weird sounding ice cream flavor for many of you, but there we go. Yeah, they had orange ice cream. They also had this juice area where you could buy orange juice, dragon fruit juice or something like that, grape juice, and other types of juices. They also had a juice sample station where you can try out the juice for free. You know what samples are at this point in time. But yeah, we had those, and it's still there to this day, surprisingly, after nearly 20 years. Hello. But yeah, never had a house for the first 4 years of my life, always an apartment. So I originally lived in a downstairs apartment, and this place had tons of wild boars and crocodiles. So I'll actually get to that in a few minutes. So we originally lived on a bottom floor apartment, and then we moved to the top floor apartment. The heck? But now let's get to the boars and gators. There was a time where my mother was unloading stuff out of the car, probably groceries, and a wild boar came up. She stopped everything she was doing, grabbed me, and ran into the apartment. So, yeah, that place was pretty dangerous. I'm pretty sure it's still around to this day. I do not know. Nearly 20 years ago, like I said. But, yeah, it is scary when you think about it. Then we moved to the top apartment complex. So I have a lot of memories of the top apartment complex. I made, like, raw Play-Doh. So I once made raw Play-Doh in a pot with my mother. And I have a picture of it, of me making Eeyore out of Play-Doh from Winnie the Pooh. Because I was addicted to that as a kid. We also had this baby show called Baby Einsteins. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it was like a 1999 toddlers cartoon that you could get on DVD. Speaking of DVDs, we would always go to Babies R Us for that. Babies R Us is long gone. So, yeah, there was that. Another few memories I have of that place is Christmases. So, I think it was Christmas 2007. And, my cat was pissed at me. My cat at the time, Thomas, he was a Russian blue. So Thomas hated me with a passion. He hated kids, but he loved adults. He eventually passed from cancer in, what was it? 2012, probably. He was older than me, I'm pretty sure. But there was one Christmas where he was hiding behind the Christmas tree in the top apartment complex, and I was doing my thing, opening my presents, little autistic foxtrap, opening his presents, and I actually remember some of the things I got for. Yeah, that's pretty sad. I actually remember some of the things I got during that Christmas. I'll get to it in a bit. But Thomas came out from behind the Christmas tree, looked at me dead in the eye, hissed at me, and started swiping at me. And I started crying. And I do not know why, but instead of my mother helping me, she took pictures. So there's a few pictures of that incident. And some of the presents I got for that Christmas were VeggieTales toys because I was very into VeggieTales. I got a VeggieTales bath set. So it was like this little. I can't really describe it in a way because it was so long ago and it's like so old and outdated. Uh, so it was a VeggieTales bath set. It had suction cups, so you could put it on the bathtub wall, and you poured water on it, and it had like these little spinny things, and it spun when the water went in contact with it, like little water mills or something like that. Had Bob and Larry on it. Another thing I got was a Larry Boy thing. It was just like Larry, but with different costumes, and he was made out of plastic. So he had his Larry Boy outfit, which I used the most. He also had other stuff, but I don't really remember what they were. Oh, I think he had a safari outfit, maybe? But, that's my brain going dumb. I got a lot of Spider-Man stuff, because I was addicted to Spider-Man at one point. And then there was the dollhouse. I do not know why I wanted a dollhouse, but I had that dollhouse all the way until... what year was it? Until probably 2010. And then it just fell apart. But another part of my childhood was spending time at my grandparents' pool house. Now, of course, we don't go there anymore because they sold it. Well, she sold it. After my grandfather sadly passed from what I believe was a heart attack, she could not keep up with the house anymore because of how big and expensive it was. They had the house since the 90s, I believe. Yes, sad face. So we had the house from the 90s until when did he pass? I believe it was 2018 when he passed. So we had it from the 90s until 2020. Plus, the house went through a lot of remodeling, so it doesn't even look like what it used to in those old pictures. So I'm going to try and describe the house the best as I can. It had, like, this strange pool. It also had a hot tub. And this was in Orlando. So, what the heck is that? It's like some sort of statue. So it had this pool. And I always like to call it the Mickey Mouse pool because it was shaped like Mickey Mouse. It had this fountain, like right in the front, like in the back. Had this fountain, and then the hot tub was right to the left. Now, this place had multiple bathrooms. I have to remember how many bathrooms this place had. So there was the TV house bathroom. There was the top floor bathroom to the TV house, so that's 2. There was the master bedroom bathroom, and then there was the bathroom next to the master bedroom, and then there was the bathroom in the kitchen. So that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bathrooms. But thing is, the stairs collapsed at one point. So it was a 2-story house with a 2-story TV house. So the stairs collapsed at one point. So it took and this is going to sound crazy, it took the people 7 years or 8 to repair it because all they did was screw it around. But in the midst of that, they also remodeled the kitchen. So the bathroom in the kitchen is completely gone. It's now relocated near the one of the entrances to the main house. But I actually remember when I got my first ever Transformer there. If you didn't know, I'm a Transformers fan. My first, well, there were two. I got two Transformers. So my first ever Transformer, which I still have a part of him to this day, was 2008 animated Lugnut. I also had a 2008 animated Bumblebee, but those were my first ever Transformers. That was, I think that was my birthday. I'm not sure. I had many birthdays there. I had a Spider-Man birthday there. That I remember. And then I also spent Christmases there. One of the Christmases was with my uncle. I remember that. By the way, he also passed. But I'm pretty sure he gifted me a lightsaber for Christmas. But yeah, that was all the way back in 2007. So that was December 2007. I got a lightsaber, and later on in my daycare, oh, by the way, this toy was discontinued because of it being dangerous. I got a Go Diego Go backpack toy at my daycare for like a little Christmas party. That toy was discontinued. The reason it was discontinued is because it had like a dangerous amount of lead paint. So it got so many children sick that they were hospitalized. So that's why that toy was discontinued. You could search it up on the internet, like Diego backpack plastic toy, whatever. But good luck on buying it because you'll probably get sick. But those were the good times. Now, flashback to when my mother met my stepdad. So, my childhood was never the best. We were, like I said, constantly in hiding. Again, not saying from who. But we were constantly in hiding. And then, my mother met my stepdad. And we lived in his condo for a little while. I do not remember for the heck of it where his condo was located. So I could not tell you where it was located. But we met him, and after like half of a year, this was like 2008, we decided to get our own house, finally. So we went to many houses. One of them had a pool. I wanted the one with the pool. We were going to get the one with the pool. But they were planning on having kids. So that house didn't work out because it didn't have enough rooms. Neither does this house. Then we went to this house that we're in right now. And we were originally supposed to be here for 5 years. It's almost been 18 years. We moved here in August of 2009. No, August of 2009. I think it's almost been 18 years. But, yeah, the fact we were supposed to be here for like 5 years, and we've been here for almost 18 years, is like a slap in the face. So, yeah. Things didn't work out, and we are still here. But going back to my childhood, we went to malls a lot because back then we didn't really have problems with money. Uh, so my mother just took me to malls and to Disney a lot. She took me to Disney World a lot. Like back when Disney was actually good. Disney is terrible. Uh, but she took me to Disney a lot, and she took me to SeaWorld. There was this place called Aquatica, but I think it's shut down. I'm not really sure, or don't remember. But uh, and then there was this other place, Epcot. From what I hear, it's still running, but I only went to Epcot once. I went to Aquatica, I believe, 3 times. Oh, there was also Busch Gardens. I went to Busch Gardens as well. I think I went to Busch Gardens one time. And then as for Disney World, I think I went there a total of 15 times at max. So, like, I went to Disney at a total of 15 times at max. Oh, nice. You Toy Chica. I can't really read the rest because it cut off. But I imagine you're saying either the figure or the plush. But yeah, the 2000s and 2010s was like beautiful, and I know probably some of you who are watching this after weren't really alive for that. But promise me, oh, the plush from Jazzwares, yeah. I still cannot find that. I cannot find it. It really angers me. And it doesn't matter because I don't have room anyway. But 2000s, 2010s, beautiful. But what else was there during my childhood? Oh, yes. The things that you could actually buy in the 2010s that you can no longer get. So, there was this snack. It was... Hold on. Sorry. Interruptions. Again, I can never catch a break. So one of the things that we had in the 2010s was Scooby-Doo gummies. Now, of course, there is still a type of brand you can still get, but it's not the gummies I'm talking about. So, how do I get up? Oh, no. How do I get up there? Am I just not allowed up there? Huh. So there were these Scooby-Doo gummies back in 2010s. It was like a multicolored Scooby-Doo thing. So Scooby, I believe, was blue. I believe Scooby was the blue gummy. And the others I don't remember. Please make it. Yes! But... Oh, Shaggy was purple. And that's quite coincidental that the Shaggy gummy was purple. I'll let you figure that out on your own. But yeah, it was. Yeah, 2010s was really good, but a lot of the stuff from the 2010s was sadly discontinued, like original Capri Suns, where they had multiple flavors like orange, kiwi, strawberry. All those are gone. Those no longer exist. Uh, there was also kid cuisine. I never had kid cuisine. I know, shocker. But that's discontinued. And then uh, what else was there? Oh yes. So school days in 2010s. The school days in 2010s was beautiful. So we had pencil sharpeners on walls. Now that may sound shocking to the new gens, but we literally had pencil sharpeners screwed and bolted onto walls, like brick walls. But there were also a few computer games that I remember and that I played until the very end. One of those games was Pop Tropica. I don't know if any of you know what Pop Tropica is, but it was this multiplayer computer game with these little funny guys. You went onto different maps that I believe people created and just solved puzzles and tried to get to the very end. Some of them were harder than the rest. Scratch. I do not remember that. But another thing we had was Fast Math. Now that was 2016. My friend Nick, aka Xenowolf Gaming, in my channel, I actually met him during that period of time, back in 2016. He was 9, I was 12. But it's quite funny how we fell out of contact with each other and then re-met each other in high school years later. And we're still in contact to this day. But yeah, that was fun. Those days. We also had, which sounds weird, we had auction during 5th grade. He was in 3rd, I was in 5th. We had this little auction thing at our school, in my class specifically. And there is one downside to that classroom. I'll get to it in a bit. But we had auction every Friday, so you could buy stuff with a certain currency that the teacher created if you behaved. So every Friday you could do auctions, and you could buy stuff like candy, Pokemon cards, which can't do that anymore because Pokemon cards are like freaking expensive, like the same price as a mansion. But Pokemon cards back then was Steam Siege, Breakpoint, and XY Evolutions. That I remember fondly. I still have some of those cards. One of them was Luxray Break. I still have that Luxray. I can't even speak. I still have that Luxray Break. But the downside of that classroom, and this is where it gets sad, my classroom was right next to the Down syndrome classroom. So you could imagine how loud that was and how upsetting that was to hear. So, and the walls were very thin. So you could hear everything. Yes, it's sad, it's messed up, but, you know. 5th grade was fun, but not really. Yep. It cut off at kind, by the way. So I'm just going to imagine what you said. But those were fun. So we had Fast Math, Pop Tropica, Cool Math. One of them was Huda Math. I don't even know if any of you ever heard of Huda Math, but It existed. But Cool Math is the most popular one. Some of the games I played on Cool Math was Johnny Upgrade, Red Ball. I forgot which Red Ball it was. Oh, yep. Always the emos. uh, let's see. But yeah, if the people who knew me during those times back then saw me now, they would be terrified. Because, number one, I've changed so much. Number two, people are literally scared of me for some odd reason. But, yeah, my childhood was up and down. So, there was also other things during my childhood. Oh yeah, the stores that closed down. So, one of the stores that closed down, and it's still closed down to this day, the Disney Store. So, many of you don't even know what the Disney Store is, but it was the store in malls and like big like areas. I'm just going to put this area out there. One of the Disney stores I went to was in Coconut Point, South Florida. I went to the Coconut Point Disney store a lot. One day, we were at Coconut Point, and I wanted to go to the Disney store. We went there. It was gone. I asked my mother, "Where's the Disney store?" And she said something along the lines of, "Oh no, it closed down." I was sad. So, some of the things I would get from the Disney store was the Cars, the die-cast Cars toys. A few of them that I had was Finn McMissile, obviously Lightning McQueen from the second movie, and Mater. So they were the Cars 2 movie die-cast toys. Science is terrible. But one of the things I really loved about the Disney store was Plush Mountain. It was literally called Plush Mountain. It was like a mountain of plushies. A few of the plushies I had was Monstro. It wasn't really a plushie, it was more of a puppet. But I had a Monstro plushie, I had a Rabbit plushie, I had a Pinocchio plushie, I had, I believe, a Tigger or a, with a T. I had a Piglet plushie, maybe. But I do not remember. Oh, and then there's the TV shows. Oh my goodness, the TV shows. So, younger me, younger Foxtrap, loved weird, bizarre TV shows. Like outdated TV shows. And I will go over them briefly and try to explain them. One of the TV shows was called Oobi. Oobi. Now, this show is very bizarre. It was created in the year 2000. And it's like a sock puppet show. But without the socks. And it's literally just hands, like people's hands, but with googly eyes. And I forgot the premise of the show, but there was a grandfather character, and then there were like 4 kids, I believe. So grandfather, a father, and then like 4 kids. I do not remember. But that was a show I was addicted to when I was a kid. Another show, this one was made in 1994. and it was called Gullah Gullah Island. So this aired like in the afternoon or at nighttime only. So let me just explain this without sounding messed up. So the whole cast, human cast, was African American. Like the whole entire cast was African American. Yeah, night. Have a good night. So the whole cast of Gullah Gullah Island was African American, and there was this freaking frog. Like, there was this giant frog puppet thing. It was yellow, it had spots, and it was like very bizarre looking. I actually remember the theme song in my head, but I'm not going to sing it because I'm terrible at singing. But you can look up Gullah Gullah Islands, Gullah, Gullah, then just islands, if you even know how to spell that. Gullah Gullah Island was weird, like really weird. And I watched Sprout a lot, the Sprout channel. There was also another channel, and it was taken down because of the way it sounds. I'll get to that in a minute. So the Sprout channel. There was a lot of Sprout TV shows I watched as a kid. One of them was the Goodnight Show, which only aired at night. And then another one was Pajanimals. There was also Kipper, like the constellation, but instead it's a dog. Another one was Charlie and Lola. I do not expect you to know what Charlie and Lola is, but it was an actual TV show of a brother and sister. That's all I know. But now let's go to the channel that got taken down due to the way it sounds. So, I'm just going to tell you some of the shows that aired on this channel before I say the name of the actual channel. YouTube, please do not get angry at me. This was an actual channel. So, some of the shows that aired on this channel. Pound Puppies, Transformers G1, Transformers Prime, My Little Pony, and then other stuff. Maybe Pokemon. Now, the name of the channel. I kid you not. The name of the channel was The Hub. And just from hearing that, you know why it was taken down. So, real channel, you can look up the Hub Network channel. It was taken down. It doesn't exist anymore. It got taken down in, I believe, 2020. So, one of the shows I watched the most was Transformers Prime. Because I was a Transformers addict. But I watched Pound Puppies a little bit, but not as much. And then there was Cartoon Network. So I was into the old Cartoon Network. So I got into Cartoon Network because of Ben 10 Omniverse. So when Ben 10 Omniverse came out, I was really into Cartoon Network. But yeah, I watched Cartoon Network a little bit. I forgot the other shows that I watched on Cartoon Network, but yeah. Then there was Disney Junior. A few of the cartoons that were on Disney Junior during my time was Doc McStuffins, obviously. Then there was some sort of Calico show. Like Western Calico show. I do not remember what it was called. Cali something. And then, that's pretty much all I remember. Oh, there was Jake and the Neverland Pirates. That was around during my childhood. I I hate that show. And then there's the DVDs. So I was a huge DVD person. So I had a lot of DVDs. So some of the DVDs I had was Elmo's World and Diego. And when I tell you I had every single Diego DVD, I mean it. I had like literally every single Diego DVD in existence. That's how addicted I was at the time. Elmo's World, I had like tons and tons of Sesame Street uh, DVDs before they went to trash. We still have them. I actually still have the Elmo and Grouchland DVD. It's somewhere. I do not know where it is. And then I have some DVDs of the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh somewhere in the house. I do not know where. But we're keeping them around for like grandchildren and stuff. And then we have a lot of Disney movies and stuff, like Cars and Dumbo and other stuff. So there's those. So I had a very fruitful childhood, even though that was messed up. Yeah, let's get all this like cleaned up and then I'll just call it for a day. So 2000s, 2010s was beautiful. Now here I am, going to be 22 years old, hanging out with some Australians, drinking fine alk, and chilling. Me and me. I like how I went from a very hyperactive child to a chaotic adult. I mean, it was bound to happen. Here I am. This is the future. And I know this is just for the kids who, well, teenagers or maybe younger audience who watch my videos. You will regret saying you wish you could be a grown-up. You will regret it. Because I regret it. So if you ever said, oh, I wish I was grown up, you are going to regret that statement. I know this is like a jerk move, but I am telling you the truth. I regret saying that. Here I am. Playing Power Wash Simulator at 21 years old. Time goes by very fast. If only the people who knew me back then could see me now, they would just be like, so that's what happened to him. What the heck is wrong with him? Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Now I'm just resorting to singing You Know Miles songs, because why not? By the way, this whole entire time I've been on voice chat with Flair, he has not responded. Did he just fall asleep? I've been on voice chat with him for an hour. Screw this, I'm leaving. Bruh. At this point, he's asleep. Like, he's just snoozing. Flair, if you see this, bruh. But I miss the days when minimalism, box TVs, Nintendo 2DSs, Pokemon Ultra Sun. Pokemon Ultra Sun is my favorite Pokemon generation, by the way. I love Gen 7. And my favorite Pokemon will and always will be Ultra Necross Hunt. Like, my favorite Pokemon has not changed since. By the way, Pokemon Champions, you better bring him back, or I swear I'm gonna go crazy. I already know Ultra Necrossma is coming back. I already saw the tweet. Not much left. I guess that's the end of the stream. I just fell off. Alright. I'm going to call it for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow, maybe. So have a good night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all next time.